Tonight on Wrestle WreMarks, the news wire is moving like somebody hit it with the RKO out of nowhere. Sheamus may be on his way out of WWE, and the question is now simple. Is the Celtic Warrior about to start having bangers elsewhere?
And if he goes to AEW, is that locker room excited, or are they looking up like, here comes another one of the talking TV time?
Yep, they're going to take some TV time from them if he does go, but we also have Vince McMahon voicemails that have leaked, and the whole WWE Endeavor story just keeps getting messier. We're talking Ari Emanuel, Stephanie McMahon, indemnification, shareholder lawsuits, all the boardroom drama WWE probably wishes stayed in the boardroom.
That's not even wrestling news anymore. That's Succession with body slams.
That it is. The ESPN reportedly wants more of the PLEs to feel bigger, longer, and more valuable. So we may be getting more matches.
About time, because charging fans extra and then giving them 3 streaming matches is nasty work.
That it is. Then we do a quick rundown of SmackDown because we already hit the spoilers last week. No spoilers this week.
Yay.
But Sami Zayn's championship celebration got real uncomfortable real fast. Cody wants back in. Jay wants gold for the family. Sami says, oh, it is in the family.
You sure? Is it?
Raw gave us chaos. Gunther putting Cody through a table. Seth unloading on Roman Reigns. Femi and Paul Heyman setting Hell in a Cell on fire before they even get there. And a main event that changed everything.
Yeah, Chicago got a huge moment. Sami got humbled, and the title scene is officially punked out.
And then we close with NXT as usual, where Kendal Grey defends against Nattie. Callie Armstrong is calling her shot. Layla Diggs earns her next opportunity, and the WWE NXT women's division is looking like everybody wants a piece of the same plate. This is Wrestle WreMarks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, marks of all ages, welcome back to another episode of Wrestle WreMarks. I'm Chris.
And I'm CM Pat.
And this week, we've got the Newswire SmackDown quick run because we already hit the spoilers, as we said. Raw recap, NXT recap, no extra fluff, no overcooked predictions, just the stories, the shows, and the mess that WWE gave us this week.
And they gave us plenty to clean up. This is one of those weeks where the backstage news might be louder than the actual shows.
It might be. And it is time.
It's
time.
It's
Newswire time. We have to start with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's talking about this one. Sheamus.
Lobster head.
Lobster head. Oh, man. Sheamus, according to reports, is expected to be leaving WWE after his current contract expires after rejecting a proposed restructured extension. This is not the same random mid-card name hitting free agency, though. This is Sheamus, former WWE champion, former World Heavyweight champion, United States champion, tag champion, Royal Rumble winner, Money in the Bank winner, King of the Ring, the first Irish-born world champion in WWE history.
Ice shaming. That resume is ridiculous when you say it out loud.
Yeah, you don't think about it until you say it out loud. But the part that stands out is that one WWE source reportedly said that the new offer would have paid him less than his previous deal, and they considered the offer insulting. Everything, due to everything Sheamus has done for the company.
Yeah, and if that's true, that's crazy because Sheamus is one of those guys you never felt like he was stealing a check. Every time he came out, he gave you exactly what he promised. Banger.
After banger. After banger. After banger. And now the conversation immediately goes towards AEW because Sheamus is close with Claudio, and we could have a bar reunion right there, and that's money. That's easy television right there.
Greatest. But apparently, some people in AEW, MJF, may not be thrilled about the idea. Nobody, not because they dislike Sheamus, but because it's another major name coming in and taking up TV time.
That is the interesting part. It's not personal, it's just business. AEW roster's already packed as is, so if Sheamus comes in, he's not coming in as a stand-in, the corner and clap type of dude. He is going to be presented as a big deal, as he should.
Yeah, and like you said, as he should, but I also understand the locker room looking around. We already got people disappearing from TV. You know, they got a bunch of injuries as well in AEW too. So now they had Sheamus as well.
Yeah, for Sheamus though, that next chapter could be fun. AEW, TNA, Independence, who knows, MLW,
In Japan.
international dates, conventions. He's going to have options for sure. And the name is another thing in question. If he can't use Sheamus, can he go back to Sheamus O'Shaughnessy like he used to in the Indies?
No, Ice Shamey already told you. Whatever he calls himself, somebody's about to get their teeth kicked down their throat like he did Jeff Hardy on years back.
That is probably the safest prediction this week. Next up, we have the leaked Vince McMahon and Ari Emanuel voicemails tied to the WWE Endeavor sale, and this story is messy. The big headline is that the recordings are from 2022, appear to capture Ari Emanuel telling Vince McMahon that Endeavor could help him with his legal issues while conversations around WWE UFC's merger were already happening.
Yeah, that sounds like one of those stories where every new detail makes it worse.
It does. One voicemail reportedly had Ari Emanuel referencing the DOJ and SEC investigations and saying they could indemnify Vince. Now, indemnify basically means covering legal costs and or losses in certain situations, usually civil, not criminal.
So in regular people words, we got you covered depending on what kind of trouble this is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another voicemail from Vince to banker Jeff Shine after a dinner with Ari Emanuel, Stephanie McMahon, Nick Khan, Triple H, and Linda McMahon, along with Mark Shapiro. Vince said he was pretty sure that he wanted to move forward with Ari because it, quote unquote, solves a lot of problems.
Yeah, that's a wild line. Solves a lot of problems. Sounds like the exact sentence you don't want to be played in court.
No, that line was crazy. And that's why this matters. Shareholders have argued that Vince pushed the Endeavor sale because it allowed him to return to power rather than because it necessarily was the best possible deal for shareholders.
Yeah, and Stephanie's reportedly tried to stop him from coming back and questioned whether selling the company was even necessary.
Yeah, that part hits because Stephanie is stepping down felt sudden at that time. Now, with all these details, it paints a very different picture. You had Stephanie and Nick Khan running WWE, Triple H leading creative, and then Vince returns with controlling power and everything shifts.
Yeah, and then the crazy part is Vince got that timeline role with TKO, but it didn't even last because the Janelle Grant lawsuit came up after he had resigned again.
Yep. This whole thing feels like WWE's biggest off-screen storyline right now, except it's not entertainment.
Yeah.
It's corporate power, legal exposure, shareholder claims, and the end of the McMahon family control.
And somehow it feels like we didn't even know the whole story.
Not even close. I'm sure we don't.
Yeah, no.
I'm sure we don't. Now let's talk about ESPN reportedly demanding a major change for from WWE, and that's more matches on a PLE card. Since the TKO takeover, WWE has been running much shorter premium live event cards. 4 matches here, 5 matches there. Sometimes these shows feel like they're over before your food delivery even gets there.
Yeah, you order wings in one match, and by the time the delivery pulls up, Triple H is already doing the post-show press conference, talking about gates and stuff, and you still got an empty stomach.
And apparently ESPN wants these shows to feel more valuable.
Yeah.
Especially if fans are pushed towards ESPN Plus and paying extra. Night of Champions 2026 reportedly had 6 matches because ESPN wanted more.
Good, because I understand quality over quantity, but there's a line. If you're asking people to pay, you have to make the shows feel like an event.
Yeah, that's the key. WWE has been experimenting with airing the first couple matches on cable, then moving the rest to streaming. But if the streaming portion only has about 3 matches left, and one of those is Brock Lesnar going 7 minutes, fans are gonna feel like they got finesse.
Yeah, especially when Brock's whole thing is show up, suplex, F5, leave. That's fun, but that's not the whole subscription.
Yeah. So if ESPN pressures WWE into giving us fuller cards, fans might actually win here.
Yeah, look at ESPN accidentally fighting for the people.
Accidentally, right?
Yeah. But I also do I agree and disagree because
I love the shorter cards.
Yeah, me too.
I'm torn between the two because I understand that
we used to be up to 12 in the morning sometimes watching pay-per-views, bro, and it started at 7.
Yeah, I love the smaller cards because it doesn't take as long, but at the same time, I get their point because they're airing those 2 matches on ESPN. Next thing you know, there's only 3, maybe 4 matches left. When you get to the premium stuff and everybody's questioning, why are we paying for this if we're only getting a couple matches?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, we have a sad story. Scarlett Guillen, an 8-year-old superfan of Charlotte Flair, has passed away after battling diffuse midline glioma. Yeah. Scarlett and Charlotte had developed a real friendship. This wasn't just a one-time meet and greet. They FaceTimed, texted, spent time together, and Scarlett even helped inspire Charlotte's gear many times. Also, I believe her entrance graphics as well. Charlotte attended Scarlett's first Holy Communion, and Scarlett was at WrestleMania 42 to see her.
Oh, that's heartbreaking, man. Wrestling can be ridiculous, but stories like this remind you what these wrestlers can mean to people outside the ring.
Absolutely. And Charlotte has credited Scarlett with helping her show more vulnerability and tap into a different layer of herself. That is powerful, especially for someone like Charlotte, who spent most of her career being presented as almost untouchable.
Yeah, and sometimes the thing that makes a character connect is letting people see the person underneath.
Well said. Charlotte reportedly donated to the family's GoFundMe. Tyrese Halliburton donated as well. And even Jade Cargill, despite their on-screen feud.
Yeah, that's bigger than wrestling.
Rest in peace to Scarlett Guillen and love to her family.
Yeah.
Now, Chelsea Green has deactivated her X account after some online harassment following false claims of her political views. Someone openly accused her of being MAGA, and this stems from, I believe it was her and Tiffany Stratton doing a point that was kind of like, what's the WNBA star's name? I just had it at the tip of my tongue. I can't even remember it, but she's MAGA. So they accused the two of being MAGA. Chelsea denied it directly, said she's a Canadian citizen. She can't even vote in America. She is not MAGA and considers herself a liberal Democrat. After that, she faced backlash and harassment from MAGA supporters and deactivated her account.
Of course she did. That's why wrestlers log off. People take one rumor, run a marathon with it, and then act shocked when the person says, I'm out. For real.
Exactly, though. You can criticize a wrestler's character, match, promo, whatever. That comes with the job, but spreading false claims about someone's beliefs and then attacking them for correcting it is just nasty work.
Yeah, and Chelsea is usually one of the best at playing along online. So if she's saying enough's enough, that tells you that she got it bad.
And it's time for a change.
Tripping. I was thinking before you even read it, bro. Before you even read it, I'm like, she's Canadian.
Yeah. Hopefully she gets some peace from it, because we all need to take a break from social media sometimes. We don't need to be checking it every hour of every day.
For real.
And,
Talk me off.
And it's a not so wonderful life for WWE as they filed a new trademark for RKO after the previous attempt was refused due to a potential confusion with RKO Pictures. The funny part is WWE already has an active RKO trademark for merchandising, but this filing is about wrestling exhibitions, performances, broadcast media, and wrestling news.
So Randy might be wrestling an old Hollywood studio.
Basically, the issue is that RKO Pictures has entertainment-related marks too, so the trademark office said there could have been some confusion.
And nobody is watching Randy Orton hit an RKO and thinking, was that Citizen Kane?
Exactly, but legally, categories matter. WWE is trying again, and both applications are still listed as live and pending.
This is the most Randy Orton thing ever. Even his finish is sneaking up on legal departments from out of nowhere.
Also, El Hijo de Vikingo reportedly suffered an injury while preparing for an NXT match after appearing on SmackDown against Rey Fénix for the AAA World Cruiserweight Championship. The concern is that it could be serious, and the timing is rough because Vikingo has already dealt with several injuries, including that knee damage in 2024 and a shoulder earlier this year.
Yeah, that man wrestles like Gravity owes him money, so every injury feels scary.
Where you at, Gravity from AEW? Give him his money.
Cash in hand.
And the bigger conversation is how WWE is presenting AAA talent. Phoenix beat Vikingo on SmackDown, and there's concern that if AAA stars keep losing to WWE associated talent, AAA fans may start seeing their own roster as secondary.
That's a real risk. Crossovers are fun, but if one side is already eating the pin, fans notice.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't technically agree because they just got Damian Priest, Ray's a AAA champion. They're being featured on a bigger stage.
Yeah, but I get it. You have all these WWE talents coming to AAA and getting all the titles. Come on.
I understand.
Also, Scott D'Amore says Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling is working on an announcement for U.S. and international fans to watch the product legally and easily. They already have TSN locked down in Canada with TSN2, TSN Plus involved, but D'Amore made it clear that he doesn't want American, Mexican, Japanese, or just international fans in general stuck hunting for VPNs.
Yeah. As a part of those who miss out, we got to talk about this one. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling getting a real platform in Canada is big, but if they can open it internationally, that's how you make it feel bigger than a local project.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Canadian owned, Canadian operated, showcasing Canadian talent with top talent from around the world. That's a strong identity in itself. But access, like we said, is everything.
Yeah, because wrestling fans will watch anything if you make it easy. But if they need a VPN, 3 apps, a blood oath, and a password from somebody's cousin, they're out.
Yeah. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling Mayhem premieres this July, and if D'Amore gets the international piece right, this could be a very, very interesting place to watch.
Scott just needs to get all the Canadians out, like Edge, Christian, everybody, Chris Jericho.
Get them all on board.
All of them.
Nikki Bella is back in the ring and training after suffering that ankle injury before WrestleMania. There is no return date yet, but the videos and photos suggest she's making good progress.
Yes, and with Brie and Paige already in the women's tag title picture, Nikki coming back could shake that whole division up.
Exactly. There's already a built-in storyline waiting for her right there whenever she's cleared, like we've talked about before. Mm-hmm. Also, Ali opened up about taking 2 years away from wrestling before returning to TNA. She said she didn't watch wrestling. She fully removed herself from the business. But after doing a one-off with TNA, she realized how much she missed it. Now she's back, reunited with Rosemary and Demon Bunny are already Knockouts Tag Champions.
That's a great wrestling comeback story. Sometimes stepping away is what reminds you why you loved it in the first place.
Yeah, it does. And she praised TNA for their creative freedom, which is huge for a character-driven act like Ali and Rosemary. That kind of stuff matters.
I know you're happy.
I love Demon Bunny.
I know you do.
And speaking of animals, let's get to a reptilian. As Jake the Snake Roberts says, WWE has a character problem, not a talent problem. He thinks wrestling needs more memorable characters and less resistance on high flying. He said that if he could change anything, he'd fire half the roster and keep the guys who could actually wrestle.
Jake never heard a soft answer he didn't like.
Never. But underneath the harsh delivery, there's a real point. Wrestling has a lot of talented athletes, but how many characters make you stop what you're doing and watch?
Yeah, that's always the question. Moves get reactions. Characters sell tickets. I agree. I mean, I know they don't want to be gimmicky, but Taker was a gimmick that worked very well.
Yeah, very gimmicky.
Jake was very gimmicky.
But he could wrestle.
Yeah, exactly.
And he had character. Jake sold the hell out of Jake the Snake Roberts, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and watch some Jake the Snake. You're just going to be like, damn, this man was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Also, Jake is now effectively a free agent after his AEW deal ended, though he had positive things to say about Tony Khan and the product as a whole. Now, let's hit the quick hits. But a couple of these deserve more than one sentence, so we'll hit that as well. Eric Young is reportedly expected to return to WWE in a player coach role in NXT, which is kind of a hybrid role. Young is not done with the in-ring side of things, but he'll also be doing coaching.
That's smart. NXT needs veterans who can still work, but also help younger talent learn television timing and character.
Yep. Mick Foley's WWE Legends merchandise deal has ended, and he said he is now focused on his new chapter with AEW. They have some merch in the works and some other projects as well.
Foley is one of those legends where fans still care. So even if it's just merch, people are going to read into it.
And I'm sure he's going to bring in a lot of money. His merch sales hit the highest they possibly could be before his merch deal with WWE ended. Also, AAA teased Bad Bunny possibly appearing on the promotion, especially with Damian Priest now involved. Rey Mysterio said they're working on it, and there's reportedly some substance to that tease.
Bad Bunny and AAA would be huge. That mainstream attention, Puerto Rico connection, WWE connection, Damian Priest connection. There's a lot of connections going on. That one,
the Rocket Sock connection.
Yes, it's the best connection. that one could get loud really fast.
The ENC connection.
Yeah. Oh, I need a kazoo.
I hope y'all had y'all's flash photography ready. Jack Perry still has not re-signed with AEW, which is wild to say, and his deal is reportedly up very shortly.
Yeah, that's one to watch. Jack Perry was one of AEW's early pillars, but AEW's roster is crowded and the wrestling world is weird right now. So this world contract, CM Punk.
Crimea River. Nikki Blackheart has confirmed her new NXT name was Reina Falcon. And she also clarified that it's not Queen Volcano, it's not Queen of Volcanoes. Some things just don't need to be translated.
Good, because wrestling fans will absolutely translate something wrong and then argue with the person whose name it is.
In other quick hits, DDP contacted AEW, what the hell? WWE about occasional involvement, so we may see him soon. We'll see. Joe Rogan says that Ric Flair was targeted in a fake podcast invitation scam. So apparently there's been a scam going on with Joe Rogan's podcast, getting people to be like, hey, you're invited, but there's a fee. And no word on if Rick did give him his information or not, but People need to watch out for that one.
For real.
Mandy Rose and Tino Sabatelli are expecting their first child, so congratulations to them. Killer Cross has joined the cast of an action drama called Godshot, and Tony D'Angelo welcomed his baby boy Vincenzo, so congratulations, Tony D.
Congrats, Tony D. The family literally just got bigger.
Yeah. Now let's move. Now let's go on and move to SmackDown. Since we already covered the SmackDown spoilers last week, we're gonna go in this in a quick run style here. The show opened with Sami Zayn's WWE Championship celebration, and Sami came out like a man who won the title, but also kept very negative tweet in that folder of his.
That man was happy, angry, petty, grateful, bitter, hateful.
He was just in a glass case of emotion.
For real. He literally went through every single emotion.
Except relax.
Yes.
For sure. He thanked the fans, but he also reminded everybody that people booed him, doubted him, and jumped off the bandwagon. And he kept saying he could be petty and tell people to kiss his ass, but he wouldn't because he's the last real good guy.
He really is, which made him sound very, very petty.
Cody Rhodes then came out to congratulate him because Sami was there for Cody when Cody won the title. But Sami immediately turned it into, be honest, you want what I have. Then Jey Uso came out and said, bloodline business. He needs to bring that back to the family. But it's already in the family. Come on.
Yeah, and Cody,
Sami Uso.
For real. The Usiest of Usos.
He's feeling Usi.
For real. And Cody hit him with the best point. At what point did you go from world champion to running errands for the tribal chief? Oof.
And that hit hard for Jey. That line was nasty because it is kind of true. Sami then tells both Cody and Jey to stay away from him. And Adam Pearce announces Sami will defend the championship Monday on Raw. Plus, Cody and Jey will face off later to determine who the challenger is.
Yeah, Sami won the belt and immediately got booked like the universe said, congratulations, now suffer.
In the women's 6-man tag, Jade Cargill, Michin, and B-Fab beat Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, and Chelsea Green when Jade pinned Chelsea with a Jaded. The bigger story is Charlotte and Jade still circling each other. Alexa Bliss trying to understand Charlotte's decisions, and Tiffany floating around the same orbit.
Yeah, that women's title scene has a lot of personalities, and Charlotte being impulsive, and Alexa nearby can go a lot of ways.
Yeah, it seems like we're seeing the rift in between them finally. So
we're friends.
So I'm excited to see that end. Now, Rey Fenix retained the AAA World Cruiserweight Championship over El Hijo de Vikingo in a wild match, but with that injury report later, the whole thing feels kind of bittersweet. Julia called out Blake Monroe. Blake attacked Julia from behind, but then also slammed Kiana James' head through or into a crate just because she could.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she thought that she was safe. You get some too.
You get some too.
But I like that. And don't just be somebody's problem, be everybody's damn problem.
Yeah. And it makes me wonder, did El Hijo de Vikingo get hurt there? Because it's not like it happened on Friday. It happened on Monday before NXT.
I blame Keanu Carver, bro. He shouldn't have even touched him.
Okay. Oh, man. We will get to that. Like that. Don't be somebody's, or like, just like that, we got into Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes getting back into it with Lil Yachty involved as usual. Melo wants the United States Championship, but Trick and Yachty said he can get a match next week, just not for the title.
Yeah, and then Trick slapped him like he should. He should put some powder on his hands. Sometimes you don't.
No, Yachty should put some powder on Trick's hands.
He's the assistant, though.
Yeah, but he's the one who puts the powder.
True. You're right. Sparkling and then smack him. Okay. Sometimes you don't need a closing argument, to be honest.
No, you don't. Brie Bella lost to Laney Reed after Fatal Influence got involved with Paige trying to even things out. Then the main event. Cody beat Jey Uso to become the #1 contender for the undisputed WWE Championship. It was a strong match. Lots of counters, but Cody hits the crossroads and gets the win.
So Cody earns a title shot. And then Raw happens.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get there. That was a pretty good match. I was actually up in the air. Like, I didn't know who was going to win that one. I would have liked to see Jey and Sami as well.
True.
But, like you said, Raw happened.
Mm-hmm. Raw was rolling.
Raw opened with Sami Zayn arriving at the Allstate Arena, immediately running into Cody Rhodes. I love how he pulled up in his car holding his championship. Oh, man. Sami was already defensive, telling Cody he thinks he's just going to swoop in and take his spot back. Cody says Sami is right about one thing. Sami is not leaving Chicago as champion. Then Gunther attacks Cody, powerbombs him through a table, kicks the door at Cody's head, which was beautifully done because you couldn't even see the way the camera angle was. But that blood part was kind of overplayed.
Yeah, I mean, unless that door thing nicked him. But that was nasty. The way Gunther looked like a whole WWE title picture and said, "Insert violence here."
And that's what he does. He's the epitome of violence. And he tells Sami that he should thank him because Cody is no longer his problem. But then tells Sami he's a fluke and a disgrace as champion.
Yeah, that's Gunther. He saves you. He insults your whole bloodline in the same breath. And he better not ever put his hands on Nick Aldis again.
He's a failed wrestler.
No, he's not. We'll see.
We'll see,
At
yeah.
SummerSlam.
I swear that's going to happen. I can't wait for it, too. Seth Rollins then came out in Chicago, cutting a long, emphasis on long, personal promo on Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
He said Roman was always the chosen one. That everything in the Shield revolved around Roman being the guy. And that watching his dream getting handed to someone else just broke.
Yeah, that's one of those promos where Seth sounded like he was talking to Roman, the crowd, and his childhood self all at once.
Yep, he said every major decision he made was about trying to catch up to Roman. Breaking up the Shield, cashing in at WrestleMania, staying close enough to prove that he just belonged. Then, LA Knight comes out.
Yeah.
And said he wasn't going to listen to Seth and Roman bore everybody again. He called them the two biggest vomits in the business and said they manipulate numbers to hold people like him down.
That man said, "Let me talk to you." And then turned into a verbal flamethrower. I like how he was all, brother. He should have did that, too.
Oh, man. Seth actually gave LA Knight credit for the grind, but told him his focus is SummerSlam and getting back the title he never lost. Then Jimmy Uso super kicked LA Knight and told him to keep his family out of his mouth.
And it sounded like Will Smith and Jada all over again. Big Jim stepped up for the bloodline business. I like that.
It's about time.
I
right?
like it.
We thought he was going to rift away from him, but
yeah,
it seems like he's getting a bigger push now. It could be because Jay's dealing with some personal stuff.
True.
The Street Profits defended the World Tag Team titles against The Vision, Braun Breaker, and Austin Theory with Logan Paul at ringside as usual. Before the match, though, Heyman told Breaker not to worry about spearing him through the barricade last week. The real issue was that he didn't take out Seth Rollins. And he told Austin Theory to bring back something worthy of his wise man or don't come back at all.
Yeah, that's pressure. Heyman basically said, win the titles or lose my number.
Yep. The Vision did exactly that, though. Braun and Theory beat the Street Profits to become the new World Tag Team Champions. Of course, it wasn't clean, though. we finally saw the turn of Maxine Dupree.
I mean, so basically, she won the titles. They did. That's a big reset. Breaker is already dangerous, but now Theory has gold too. The Vision needed something tangible, and now they've got it.
And now, this ties into the whole Seth thing. Because if Seth does end up winning the title against Roman, now you got a storyline already built in for Braun to go after Seth.
Yep.
Which I'd rather him have a singles title than a tag title, to be honest with you.
Yes.
Also, so Ruka defended the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Raquel Rodriguez. Judgment Day tried to get involved. Liv Morgan tripped So at one point, and it looked like Raquel might steal it. But Io Sky came out, wiped out Judgment Day. Soul hit the Soul Snatcher, and it was all she wrote from there.
Yes, so Ruka keeps surviving grown women problems. Every week it's bigger opponents, factions, chaos, and she still finds a way to snatch some souls.
And Io coming out keeps her tied to Roxanne, Raquel, and Liv, and really that whole Judgment Day orbit. Mm-hmm. Paul Heyman came out to speak for Brock as he does ahead of that Hell in a Cell match against Oba Femi. Heyman said Oba made the biggest mistake of his life by accepting Brock's challenge. Oba came out and told Heyman he talks too much. So he came to give him a face to talk to.
That's such an Oba line. Calm, direct, and scary.
Yeah, that man is intimidating. Heyman reminded Oba that Brock proved that he was still beatable. And he also proved that Brock was beatable at WrestleMania. Now, the trilogy happens inside a Hell in a Cell, where Brock has history, especially against The Undertaker. Mm-hmm. Oba fired back, saying Heyman has been reduced to just a mouth. And he said Brock has been the one thing standing between him and destiny. His final line was that you have to walk through hell to get to heaven. And he'll see Brock in hell.
Yeah, that's one of them lines, for real. That match sells itself. Oba doesn't sound scared of Brock. He sounds like he's excited to suffer if that's what it takes to win. Not only is he going to retire Brock, he just verbally retired Heyman on the mic too.
And that is exactly how you build a monster without making him feel smaller next to Brock Lesnar.
Exactly.
Chad Gable and Dragon Lee teamed up against Ethan Page. And Rusev, Paige and Rusev jumped them before the bell. And in the end, Rusev made Dragon Lee tap with the accolade. After the match, they kept attacking until Joe Hendry came out for the save. But Rusev and Paige put him down too, with Rusev locking in the accolade. And man, that last visual of them just with the two laid out was...
Yeah, Rusev is back to being a problem. Ethan Page standing next to him gives him that annoying villain energy where you want somebody to punch both of them in the face immediately.
Yeah, for real. That's a good pairing. I love this pairing because Rusev brings the violence while Paige brings the smug.
I like the smug.
Bayley cut her heartfelt promo to Lyra Valkyria, talking about how Lyra once waited in line to meet her, how that became the foundation of her respect for Lyra, and how Lyra helped her get through one of the toughest times of her career. But Bayley said Lyra used all that against her and took the easy way out. So next week, Bayley wants Lyra face to face.
Yeah, that one has emotion. Bayley sounds hurt, not just angry. That makes it better.
Agreed. When Bayley gets personal, it hits different. Then, the main event. Cody Rhodes was out after Gunther's attack, and Nick Aldis made a call and secured a replacement challenger, none other than CM Punk.
He's a better GM, that's why.
Oh, man. Chicago, Sami Zayn defending the Undisputed Championship. CM Punk stepping in.
Yeah, that crowd was losing it the entire show.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, but really, dude, we didn't know.
every segment was CM Punk.
Yeah.
CM Punk,
And
constantly.
I think they overdid it too with the whole let's open the back doors too.
I mean, it was a cool visual.
Yeah.
I understand it, and it just looked like he mean business.
Yeah, exactly.
The match was physical, competitive, and it got nasty. Sami slapped Punk repeatedly. Punk was bleeding from the mouth.
Ooh.
They traded GTS attempts, Blue Thunder bombs, haluva kick counters, and eventually Punk hit Sami with a haluva kick of his own, followed by a GTS. CM Punk wins, new undisputed WWE champion, and after the match, Punk walks out through the crowd, recreating that Money in the Bank 2011 visual.
I was even telling Olga, I was like,
Hopefully you don't punch nobody.
I was like,
Someone else getting free tickets.
Go ahead, blow us a kiss, Punk. You know what I'm saying? She's like, what? I was like, you'll see.
It's coming. It's coming.
You know, but that's insane. In Chicago, Punk wins the WWE Championship and walks through the crowd again. That's not subtle at all.
No, it's not. And now everything changes. Sami's reign gets cut short really fast. Cody still has a claim. Gunther is hunting. Punk is champion, and the SmackDown's title just got won on Raw because of Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis's mess.
Yeah, that title picture is chaos, but good chaos.
Yeah, and you already knew once they said Cody wasn't cleared that we were going to see CM Punk, and there was no way that Punk was going to lose.
I mean,
if they wanted to cause a riot in there, maybe.
I was thinking it could have went either way. Like I was thinking,
it was a close match. It was a really good match.
I thought Gunther was going to come back and just whoop both of them. To be honest,
oh,
with
that
you.
would have been nice.
You know what I'm saying? But Grandpa has the belt.
Jeez.
So now they gotta get it back from him.
He's growing that hair back out. I told Ashley, I was like, hopefully he grows it all the way out, puts that lip ring in, that eyebrow ring in, brings back, what was it called? This fire burns.
Burns. Oh, I love that song.
Sorry. And next week, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar are both advertised for Raw. Io Sky faces Roxanne Perez. And there's an Intercontinental Championship #1 contenders got.
Ooh, Raw is stacked next week.
They vary. I mean, Brock and Roman in the same show.
And Oba. I'm forgetting about Oba, dog.
Yeah, that too. Sorry, Oba.
Who cares about Brock and Roman?
I don't want to fall from grace.
Nah.
Because something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be.
It's destiny. She's been good to me.
Now let's go on to NXT. NXT opened with Callie Armstrong, of all people. I didn't expect it to be Callie. And I really like her. I like her promo skills now. Like, she looks legit and she seems legit. And she wasted no time calling her shot. She said that after Great American Bash, when Kendal Grey won the NXT Women's Championship, all she saw was a target.
Yeah, Kalani basically. Sorry,
Callie.
Kalani is crazy. Callie basically said, "Congratulations, now turn around."
And get this.
Yes.
Lola Vice came out and reminded everyone she still hadn't got her rematch. Then Kalani Jordan came out and made it clear that she's still in the mix too. That sets up next week, Kalani Jordan versus Lola Vice versus Callie Armstrong in a triple threat to determine the #1 contender.
Yeah,
but how does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly.
Because then Lola still doesn't get her rematch.
Exactly. So she has to go through another
to earn her rematch that she's obligated to have.
I blame Robert Stone.
Yeah, Robbie E.
Next, NXT Women's Division is crowded in the best way. Everybody has a reason, everybody has an attitude, and nobody wants to wait.
No, they don't. The first match we saw was a fatal 4-way #1 contenders match for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Dark State versus The Birthright versus OTM versus Shawn Legacy and Dorian Van Doo. Legacy and Van Doo got the win. And they looked good doing it too.
That's a big opportunity for them, especially with Vanity Project sitting there acting like nobody is on their level.
I love them as heels, man.
Yeah, me too.
And they'll get their shot next week against the NXT Tag Team Champions. Jada Parker cut a promo saying Nattie got in her head, but after looking in the mirror, she realized she could either be who Nattie wanted her to be or just be herself. Then she said Nattie came to NXT to make her stale-ass career relevant again. Ooh.
I like that. That line was spicy.
Yeah, it was. Very, very spicy. That's how I like it. Jada and Nattie Jada said Nattie beat her, got the job done, and now the NXT Women's Championship opportunity, or now has an NXT Women's Championship opportunity, but Jada promised she's going to put Nattie down.
Yeah, that feud is not over, and honestly, it shouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't, especially after the words exchange between the two. Them some heated words, some fighting words. Now, Keanu Carver beat Tank Ledger with a spine buster. That spine buster. Ooh. But I'm really liking this Keanu Carver, man. You talk crap about him, but I mean, I'm sure you like him as a heel.
I do like him as a heel. It's better than lights, camera, action, whatever.
Hey, cam action.
Don't care what his name is. Hey, someone else kissed your girl on Monday Night Raw.
Yes. Speaking of which, that came up, and Ashley looked at me and was like, "Are they actually a thing in real life?" I was like, "No, she's with lights, cam, action."
She should be though, but I don't care.
And Ashley's like, "Oh, I don't see it."
Yeah, me neither.
I was like, "Yeah,
she don't see it either."
My boy Cam.
Nah, she lost in them beautiful big blue eyes and bald head of Austin Theories.
You mean Justin Timberlake?
Yes.
Swole Justin Timberlake?
Swole Timberlake. But back to Keanu. Is one of those guys where every win looks painful. He doesn't just beat you. He makes you look like your insurance premium just went up.
Yeah, for real.
For sure.
He takes them out. Now, Naraku sent another warning to Tony D, saying Tony escaped with a victory at Great American Bash, but he is not escaped punishment. He said Tony still doesn't know what he's capable of.
Yeah,
because that man is evil.
I mean, Tony just had a kid. He's trying to kill him. He is evil. Naraku is given horror movie villain energy. He loses and still talks like the danger is just starting. And next week, Naraku faces Tate Wilder. Next big match was Izzy Dame versus Lizzie Rain versus Thea Hale versus Layla Diggs to determine the number one contender for the NXT Women's North American Championship. And Nattie, Carmen Petrovic, and Nikita all wanted to go out there and be on it by her side, but Layla Diggs said, "Nah, I'm doing this on my own." So it looks like she might be rifting apart from that. I wouldn't. Are they a stable now? They haven't had a name. They look like a stable,
but they're a stable. They're a freaking stable. Now Layla Diggs got the win and now earns a shot at Zarya.
So they're just feeding talent to Zarya now. That's all I hear. That's a big moment for Layla, and I like that she told Nattie she wanted to do it on her own, though. Yeah, it separates her from the whole thing and makes her seem a bit more bigger as a challenger. Mm-hmm. It gives her win more weight. Also, she didn't need the extra help. She went out there and she just earned it. Yeah, but we're talking about Zarya. She's a different problem. Yeah, a big problem. Yeah. Winning 5 type problem. Winning the shot is step 1. Surviving Zarya is just a whole other assignment. Now, Reina Valkan cut her first promo under the new name after attacking Tatum Paxley last week. She said, "When disaster strikes, there's no discrimination, no mercy, no hesitation, just devastation." Bars. That's a strong introduction. And now that we have Nikki Blackheart as Queen Volcano.
Oh man,
the character.
I'm gonna tell her to beat your ass.
That's all right though. I might let her. The character has a clean reset.
Exactly. The name change is now official, and we now see how NXT builds her from here. Tavion Heights came out to talk about the Great American Bash, and Vanity Project interrupted to mock him. They said Miles Bourne handed him a title opportunity on a silver platter and he fumbled it. Tavion didn't take kindly to those words. He hit Jackson Drake with the microphone. Vanity Project jumped him and Miles Bourne made the save. Tavion and Miles hugged to close that segment.
Yes, that's character growth. Tavion had to eat a loss, but Miles coming back around gives him a reset emotionally.
Yeah, I mean, they were at each other. Well, at least Tavion was kind of upset that he kept coming out and helping him. But now that he got his and wig split, now
I like that.
Now he's back to being friends again, and it makes you wonder: does he have an ulterior motive? Because he seemed kind of heated before.
Yeah. Who knows?
Now, Nico Vance beat Shiloh Hill with the hidden blade after Tristan Angel stole Shiloh's fake tooth. He even put on a glove so he didn't touch the tooth.
That's hilarious, bro. I'm sorry. Run that back. You stole a man's fake tooth.
Yes, you did.
And Buddy was pissed. It's mine.
Oh, my God.
That is deeply unserious, and I respect it.
Oh, man. You need some comedy every now and then, right? After the match, Sean Spears blasted Nico Vance with the steel chair and stared Izzy Dame down. Man, Izzy Dame with pink, man. She just looks like every blonde wearing pink gear now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I like her. I like her character work because it's getting a lot better these days. And her in-ring work holds up well as well, but you gotta separate yourself sometimes.
All I gotta say is that chair shot was a perfect 10, bro.
Oh, good stuff. Main event time, we saw Kendal Grey defend the NXT Women's Championship against Nattie. This was a technical, gritty match. Nattie kept trying to prove she could out-wrestle Kendal, but Kendal kept surviving. Sharpshooter attempts, ankle lock counters, roll-up submissions, they gave this match a real struggle. In the end, Kendal hit the Shades of Grey to retain.
That's a big win. Beating Nattie gives Kendal credibility because Nattie can still wrestle anybody into deep waters.
Yeah, she can. And I expected Jada Parker to come back out and interfere so Nattie didn't look as weak, but Kendal got the clean win.
Yeah.
I'm happy for that. I mean, we need some more clean victories. So that really solidifies her as champion. After the match, Jada Parker came out to confront Nattie. Lyons and Carmen tried to interfere but got handled. Then Kendal turned around and saw Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, and Callie Armstrong all standing at the apron.
Yeah, that visual says it all. Kendal may be champion, but the wolves are at the door.
Man, did you see that? The way Nikita came at? Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I was like, come on, bro. She can't see you. Like, just come up and try to blast her.
For real.
But next week, we get a triple threat to find out who gets the next title shot. So, when you look at the week overall, the biggest headline has to be CM Punk winning the Undisputed WWE Championship in Chicago. Also, Sheamus possibly on the outs.
Exactly. No question. Sami's reign went from celebration to crisis in record time. He cussed him out.
I mean,
backstage.
It is record time, but it's not as bad as my man Zack Ryder getting the Intercontinental Championship and losing it the next day.
I mean, it's not as bad as Drew McIntyre having to go for 5 whole minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Or CM Punk.
True. But right behind that, Sheamus possibly leaving WWE is massive, as we were saying. Vince leaked voicemails are massive as well. WWE, ESPN, ESPN, pushing WWE for bigger PLE cards could change the weekly product itself. and NXT's women's division is cooking right now.
For real, let them cook. This was one of those weeks where every show had something, but the title picture and the thing I'm watching closest, Punk has the belt. Cody still has unfinished business. Gunther is lurking. He better not put his hands on my boy. Sami is spiraling still, and Roman and Brock are on Raw next week, dude.
That's going to be a crazy card. And we could see Ole El Generico in it. I'm not letting it down. I'm going to say it every week.
I mean, I'm agree with you. I'd like to see that happen too. I think it'd be hilarious.
But yeah, that's a crowded kitchen. Everybody's trying to cook.
For real, somebody's going to get burned though.
Yeah.
Because beans don't fry in the kitchen.
Oh, man. Before we get out of here, let us know what you think. Is CM Punk winning the title the right move? A lot of people don't like it. Should Sheamus leave WWE? Would you want to see him in AEW, TNA, or somewhere totally different? And are you happy ESPN may be pushing WWE to get more matches on PLEs? I'm torn on that one.
Me too. But drop a like in the comments.
Drop it like it's hot in there.
Yes, sir. Like, subscribe, follow the pages, and don't just watch wrestling. Argue about it with us.
For Pat, I'm Chris.
For Chris, I'm Pat.
And this was your Wrestle WreMarks.